What's up YouTube, ThatIsWellBrown here, bringing you a new video I'm going to be doing on my page called Football Vlogs. I'm an Arsenal fan. If you haven't noticed, if I haven't mentioned that before on the channel, then that's right, I'm an Arsenal fan. I expect to get a bit of flame for this, just because people are people, but yeah, basically this first vlog is going to be the transfer window that is open at the moment, the gossip, blah blah blah, who we should sign, who we shouldn't sign, who I believe we should sign. Anyway, there's a lot of speculation, there's a lot of transfer rumours going around at the moment for every club, not just Arsenal. One of the biggest transfer rumours that have been going around for the last week or so with Arsenal is David Villa. It looks to have been squashed today when the Barcelona president has said that he's definitely won't be leaving, they need him, etc. To be honest, I didn't really see it happening anyway. The guy's 31, he's going to be costing us over 100 grand a week. He's never played in the Premier League, not really a good idea in my opinion. People going on these know he's a proven striker. Yeah, he's a proven striker 5 years ago, not now, not when we need a striker to score some goals. I'm going to talk about from the team from the back to the front, who I feel we need, who I feel that we don't need, who we've been linked to. It's all just my opinion. I don't pretend to be the most knowledgeable person on football, but I have my own opinion and I feel it's right. I please post anything in the comments section if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. That's what they're there for, to start a discussion. That's why I'm doing this vlog. I want to interact with other football fans, not just Arsenal fans. Right, from the back we've got Wojciech Szczesny. Apart from him, we've not really got a decent second choice goalkeeper. We have Vito Mannone, who came in at the beginning of the season, did an okay job, didn't really get tested against any decent teams, but and we've also got Fabianski. I don't see either of those two keepers, Mannone or Fabianski, of a long-term future at Arsenal. Fabianski, because he is the Polish number 2 at the moment, and the Polish number 1 and number 2 at the same club just won't work. He needs to be somewhere else. If he wants to play for his country again, he needs to be somewhere else fighting for his own place in another team, because he's not going to get it over Szczesny. Everyone can see that now. Mannone, he's not as young as he used to be anymore. We've had him for a long time. He's been on the books for a while and he's never managed to push through. He's about the same age as Szczesny, and Szczesny's just class above him. He's got no chance at Arsenal. If I do feel we need another goalkeeper, just one to push Szczesny, because the other two are nowhere near good enough to push him. And he's the sort of guy, he's cocky in a good way, but he can also get complacent. We've seen that in the last few months with some of his performances. He's not been outstanding this season. The defence hasn't helped him. I'll get onto that in a minute, but I feel we should sign a goalkeeper coming towards the end of his career, maybe, you know, in the early 30s, someone like that who's happy to fight for a place, who's happy in the Premier League. I'm not quite sure what name. Maybe you guys can chuck a few out there. I'm just speculating. Yeah, it's basically, I feel we need another goalkeeper to push Szczesny. Left back position, I feel we need another left back. Andre Santos doesn't really have a future at Arsenal. He's played hardly anything this season, and when he does, he's just slow, he's lazy. He's a nice guy, don't get me wrong. He's obviously good to have around the training ground, but he's not very professional in the way his body is, the way he plays football. He's not that good. It's kind of a weird signing when Wenger signed him. You know, none of us had really heard much about him before. He's got experience playing for Fenerbahce. I think that's who he was with before, but you know, he's not as good as Gibbs. Gibbs is the future of Arsenal's left back, and I'll talk about Jenkinson as well on the right hand side. He's the future of Arsenal's right back. Sang is now approaching 30, or he is 30, I think 31, maybe something like that. He's getting on. He'll be leaving in the next few years because he won't be able to cut it much more longer, especially with the 2 leg breaks he's had over the last couple of years. Yeah, I believe Jenkinson and Gibbs are the 2 wing backs we'll be having in the future, hopefully for the next 7-8 years. To build that foundation from the back, but they do need competition. Gibbs at the moment doesn't have any. When he gets injured, we've not got anybody to come in. We've got Vermaelen switching out there, and that's not good. It's, he's not had the best season for Vermaelen, but how can you expect him to have a brilliant season when he's switching from left back to centre back, frequently? Centre back wise, I don't feel we need another centre back unless Giroud goes. The thing about Giroud is what not a lot of people know is when he was a youngster at Arsenal, Arsene Wenger never even mentioned him, never spoke about him, because he was scared that other teams were going to find out about how good this guy was. Unfortunately, we've never got to see that at Arsenal. He's had his injury problems in his early parts of his career, and other than that, he's not really had a chance. When he has come in, he's played out of position. When he has played in position, I don't feel he's been that bad. I don't feel it's been that bad at all. When he played right back for us against United that time, he was horrendous, no doubt about it. But he's not a right back; he's a centre back. It's a shame to see him leave. He loves the club. He's one of those players who's been around, since I was younger, when I can remember. I think he's the longest serving player at the club now. And if he leaves to go to Hamburg, or whether it's on loan or whether it's permanent, it's it's a shame he's going to have to leave, and a shame he couldn't make a career at Arsenal. But we wish him well. We're going to need another centre back to push the places. Vermeulen's been poor this season, and because he's a captain, we can't really drop him. Koscielny was the outstanding player last season, other than Van Persie. Mertesacker been brilliant this season whenever he's played. But we're one injury away from being Squillaci'd if he doesn't leave. Do you know what I mean? We're one injury away from having him on the bench, maybe having him in the team, and that's not a good thing because he's a very, very bad defender. So I feel we need maybe a good young centre back in. Maybe splash a little bit of cash on some English guy. I don't really know. I haven't really thought about the defensive side of things and who we should get. No one's really been shouted about at the moment for the defensive side of things. There's been a couple of wing backs that have been spoken about, but we get spoken about of a lot of players, so we can't really talk too much about that. When it comes to the midfield, I think we're all right. Apart from we need a defensive mid because Diaby's injuries troubles. It's a shame he gets injured so frequently. That guy who played for Sunderland absolutely ruined him. He ruined his career, in my opinion. He doesn't even play professional league football anymore. That guy, was his name Dan Smith or something? He doesn't even play football anymore. He's ridiculous. He ruined Diaby's career. He's a world-class player when he's fit. We all see it at the beginning of this season. Just go onto YouTube and type in Abu Diaby. Just watch a couple of montages of him and the goals he's scored and his touch, and he's so technical. He's absolutely fantastic player. He's world-class. Everyone who's ever worked with him, Arsene Wenger, all the French managers always say when he's fit, first name on the team sheet, he's that good. But what can you do? He's injured all the time. He can't help it. He's trying his hardest. He's back fit at the moment. Hopefully he can get back into the team because we definitely need him. But we do need a strong defensive midfielder. Frimpong's away on loan, but he is not the guy who's going to do that over the long term. I think this loan move is to further his career. I don't think it's to keep him at Arsenal. I think it's to move him on somewhere else. Since Song left, Song wasn't really a defensive midfielder. We all know that. He was chipping in with assists and stuff. He was playing more further forward. Arteta's done a good job there, but he's better forward than he is at the back there. Jan Mavier's a good shout. He keeps getting shouted about around Arsenal. He's French. It could happen. That's a very, very likely solution for that position. Whether Arsene Wenger's looking to get someone to play that position, I don't know, but I hope he is, because I do think we need something to hold back that midfield to the defence, because there's just such a gap there, and we are getting counter-attacked like a bitch at the moment, and it's not good. I still feel we need a Cesc Fabregas style of player. There's not many of them around, so that's the kind of player that we're going to spend a lot of money on. Since Fabregas left, we've not had that attacking. Well, we had that attacking spot. We've got it with Cazorla now, and when Wilshere when he plays well, but we've not got someone that can pick out a pass like Fabregas could. Someone that can change a game with a pass. You saw it for Man United the other day. Ryan Giggs with that pass over top to Van Persie. Hate both the cunts. Hate them. Can't stand either of them. But what a fucking goal! That ball over the top was incredible, and Van Persie's touch, blah blah blah, whatever. But we don't have a player in our team that can do that. Turn a game on its head in the last minute of the match or a pass like that. I don't remember the last time I saw an Arsenal player do that. Actually, I do. It was Fabregas before he left. We need another Fabregas. Anybody know of one? I don't, but we need one. We're missing those assists. When it comes to the wingers, we've got Jorginho, utter terrible. You can't stand the guy. He's so frustrating to see. He just reminds, when he did well in the French league, it just shows you how low the quality must be in that league of the defenders, because I'm sure I could fucking put a foot in against him, attacking him at times. He's horrendous. He's just not good at all. He hasn't got a footballing brain. He just doesn't. When he scores a goal, it's a fluke. It's unbelievable. I don't understand the amount of money we paid for the guy and how he still gets on the bench, let alone in the team. Arshavin, hopefully he'll move on. He had a good beginning of his career, good for Arsenal, but he's a chubby guy. He's a bit overweight. He's a bit lazy. He's past his best now. It's a bit of a shame. He's got that spark about him, but you can remember he's one of the highest earners at the club, and he's just taking money from us. He's not even playing games anymore. We need to get him off the books as soon as possible and get somebody else in for that 80-90 grand that he's on. Walcott and Oxlade-Chamberlain, the only two there that really have any shout. Chamberlain isn't a long-term winger. Wenger's always said that. He said he's an attacking mid. So hopefully we'll see him in that position a bit more in the future. I don't really see him as a winger. He doesn't give his best when he's out there. He gives his best when he's linking up with play, not pounding it down the wing and trying to put a cross in. Walcott, very good winger when he's on his game, but he's proven recently that he's also a very good striker, a good finisher of the ball. He's learnt his trade there now. So I feel we need another winger, maybe Zaha. That's a very, very good possibility, but he's young, you know. Whether we want another winger or not, we could also change the way we're playing. You know, we could put 4-4-2 and not play any wingers. You don't need to play wingers. I don't feel we need to, but that's how we've been doing it recently. With a big man like Giroud up top, I think he's a fantastic player. We just need to give him a bit more of the ball. We've seen Shamak leave on loan. The guy, when he played, so we won about him, but we never played to his strengths. We never crossed the ball to the guy. That's the problem with having a 6-foot-something striker and not playing the ball to his head. When he's a good header of the ball, he looks crap if you don't do that, and that's what Shamak looked when he played for us. Giroud looks a good player because we're putting crosses into him, because he's heading the ball, because he's being a big man. Podolski is not doing brilliantly on the left wing, I'd say. He's not playing as a left winger. He does his best work when he comes infield. He's our second highest goal scorer this season with 10 goals, behind Walcott, and one ahead of Giroud. But I feel next season will be his season. This season you can see he's physically not 100% there. We know he's better than how many goals he's got for us. He should be our top goal scorer. He's a fantastic striker. He needs to beef himself up a bit, get a bit, I wouldn't say beefier actually, I'll take that back. He needs to sort of lean himself out a bit, get a bit more physical, but a bit more, the word escapes me, he needs to get a bit more athletic, that's it. He needs to be able to run for a bit longer, because at the moment, 60th, 70th minute, he disappears from games. His touch is still there, but when he's playing on the wing, he's useless if he's knackered. He's absolutely useless, that's why he gets subbed. Yeah, I feel we need another striker basically. We need someone who can play off of Giroud, someone who can play with Podolski. I don't know, we need another striker. David Villa I don't feel was the answer, I said that earlier. Denver Bar would have been a good shout. You know, the amount of balls we'd be putting into the guy, he's just a clinical finisher. We've been interested to see how he'd done with us. But yeah, hopefully we can sign a couple of players this transfer window. The positions I said, goalkeeper, a second choice goalkeeper, a couple, maybe a wing back for each wing, a winger, a defensive midfielder, an attacking midfielder, and a striker. Please either like rating if you liked it, dislike it if you don't like what I'm saying, if you don't think I'm right, if you disagree with me, please write in the comments why you disagree with me. Like I said, I'm an Arsenal fan. I speak with my heart when I talk about the club. This is just the transfer one. I'll go into more every week. I'm going to do a football video vlog, and I'm going to talk about different things, not just Arsenal, just in the football world in general. But my next week's one will be about the state of Arsenal, how we've been over the last few years, and how I feel we can push forward. Yeah, please like, subscribe, and share. Peace and fucking believe.